2, 1.
All right, welcome back to Show Me Trucks. Let's film before I'm done with this project. I'll tell you, it was kind of a pain getting this in place. Flat to the ground. Obviously my angle's right. I measured sideways, you know, a ton of measuring. And that's also why I mounted this up to secure the frame, but also a reference point to measure from, and obviously do nice cuts. So everything's sitting in there how it's supposed to. It's actually tack welded in now, which is nice. To show you the problem I ran into that I was real nervous about was this. Oh gosh, this lower mount is farther in now, so you kind of gotta allow room for your lower control arm to sit in there and have room to articulate. So I had dropped it down, and I was kind of like bombed on it because it was about 3/4 of an inch lower, which would make the Suburban higher than I wanted. And then I did a lot more math and took the control arm off, and I was like, all right, like I can come up. So the bummer is that I had notched out in the frame to lower that down some more, and then I lifted it back up somewhat. So it's still a little bit, you know, whatever, higher than I wanted. But now I have a big gap on this side. This side wasn't as bad because this side I was kind of not moving as much. So things are coming along. And I'm still doing passes in here, but I can do that while it's in the frame, which is nice. It's just my welder needs I need a water cooler for my torch. Also, once I get into this a little bit more, if you guys have watched anyone else, these frames kind of like kick out. They get a little bit wider right here. So I kind of squared that up. And I also, what I did is, if you remember when I did my 292, I had kind of shaved this so that my engine mount would sit in there right. Well, I did it to both sides just to make sure everything's equal. And I also shaved it right to the edge of here. So whenever I box this, that plate's gonna come up here and I can weld all that, tie it all in together. The same over there. Kind of some bigger gaps than I wanted. Like this side's a little tighter, but this side has some gaps in it. So I'm probably just gonna weld like what's easy to get to now, and then later on, if I do cut this down into a shorter Blazer, once that frame's off, I'll flip the frame over and manipulate the frame so that I have a nice easy welds instead of making it super hard for myself. And then in the front, what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this whole seam, and then on the front piece, I can measure where my rack and pinion is going to be. I can cut that out while it's over here, make it really easy for myself. And then I can also like cut out these little front pieces instead of doing it while it was up on the frame. You know, I can move that around, get that all in place. It'll butt right back up to the nice cuts that I made before. That's why you don't hack it all crazy. And obviously you can tell I still don't have my machined in, so I kind of made that a little harder on myself, but whatever. Once I put those pieces in, I'll have to weld those with the frame there, which will be a little bit harder, but it's looking good. This should keep the Suburban about this height. I wanted, you know, a little clearance. I think I have, if my fender was all not rusted out, I think I have about 6 inches, 7 inches in the back from the fender to the ground. The issue I'm running into is I kind of notched this for the manual rack to go through. It kind of sucks is because my suspension is up so high, that way the Suburban can sit low. I'm running into some issues here. Not horrible, but it's getting a little close down in here. So what I'm gonna do to resolve that, I'm gonna notch out a little bit more here. But I think what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna cut this front part off. So basically these mounts would be your engine on like a 216. The front is your radiator setup. So I'm gonna cut that out because I kind of wanted to plate this a little farther down. So I'm gonna plate this all the way down. Obviously have my hoop for the rack. I like that idea more than this being so close. It does fit, but this arm is pretty close, so I don't really want it like that. So I've been doing welds. Obviously, I gotta do some more welds, but it's plated in the back here, and then it's nice because you can weld this crossmember end, get all your welds, and then plate, and then weld to your plate to, you know, just reinforce it a little bit. But it does kind of suck having a notch. But if you think about it, like your radiators held on in the front, some of your front sheet metal, stuff like that. But you know, good welds, reinforce it, should be okay. Other guys have done it. I'm not the first one. So that's just something I'm dealing with. So I need to open that arch up a little bit more. I just want to move that to the front a little bit more, cut that out. That also means, because this is like kind of like cut out, I might have to like trim that frame rail a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna work on, you know, some more race weight savings. I finally drilled the holes also for the rack mounts right here, and they are sitting pretty close. I think what I'm gonna have to do is these like bolts, I think I'm gonna have to like shave this a little bit down so that it sits right on top of that front cross member, so this bolt won't be able to spin, and then I can crank it down all tight. But you know, at least you know your bolt's not going to back out, because it can't rotate. Your nuts would have to loosen up. So that's what I'm working on. Also, I cut a bunch of stuff. I know the light is kind of blinding me, but I just couldn't handle looking at this anymore. So this was all horrible. I had a new patch panel, so measured, got it in place, but I hacked off a bunch of metal back here. I also cut my big piece up here. I like these vents, but mine was so rusted out that I was like, I'm just gonna shave it. Again, I mean, if I was doing a race truck, I guess this piece is quite heavy compared to just the sheet metal that's gonna go in. Also, I knocked off those front leaf spring mounts, but my pile of crap is getting bigger. Also, I hacked off. What I'm going to do is I hacked off the bottom here and left where my steering column goes. I'm gonna hack off the bottom there. Once the engine's in, instead of going at like a 45 or whatever angle that was, I'm gonna try to get as much foot room as I can in here. I'm a little bit taller, so I want as much space as I can. And I'll probably have to modify this inner fender, stuff like that. But space for me, so I don't have to move the seat back, would be nice. I would like to keep my seats regular. And I seriously, like, it kind of sucks after having that fender forward so long. I moved it back where it should be originally, and it just seems so long. So I'm really having trouble trying to talk myself out of cutting this down, but I don't know. I've been watching a million videos of these Suburbans, and I'm like, I think if I cut it down, I might regret not having the space later. You know, I got kids. Also, it's like, it seems fun as a sports car, but then also, like, I don't drive like that. Maybe I think the space, having the 2 rows and then be able to throw bikes in the back and bikes on top and luggage in the back and actually use it as a truck is more important than it looking the best. Because I really think these with a little chop and bringing that back would be really nice. But I don't know. So I'm going to work on this front cross member. I really want that welded in today. All this has been taking way too long, but it's going. So yay. I've been working on this panel up here, this filler panel. It's gonna round, that way my weld is kind of on the front. And then trying to get that curve correct. There's some rust up in the top, so I want to kind of get rid of that. You know, you can kind of see there's like spots, little patches that I need to get rid of. I don't know, we'll see how detailed I get, but hand forming that with simple tools is kind of hard. But it's getting there. Well, I had to mock it up. Good and bad stuff. It looks cool, but I got an issue. It kind of sucks. I boxed in this frame. You can tell where I boxed in the front, but man, that rack is still sitting too close. It's just kind of a problem wanting it this low, but this side's hitting over there, so that sucks. It's welded in there, so I just got to grind that hole up a little bit more. It's just gonna be a little thin, so it is what it is. Happy the boxing plates are in, but I didn't, luckily I didn't make the little pieces. And you can tell I kind of like notched this outside more than I did the inside because, you know, whenever it moves, obviously the outside needs a little more space, but I gotta do it a little different. So we'll get into that next week. And then I still gotta weld on the bottom side. So luckily I didn't do the arches yet. Until I flip the frame over, I'm not gonna do that. I also need to make some kind of bushing for the front before I run nuts on there, and my washers are gonna hold all that in there tight. I guess running your truck this low, you should expect some issues. As much as I try to talk myself out of cutting this thing down, it's gonna happen. I just, now that I've had the fender up there so many times, I just think it needs to be short like a little Blazer. So one thing I am running into, I've been thinking I might like lift the back of this fender up a little bit and keep that line, because I lifted this up a little bit. Instead of lifting the whole fender up, which I don't really like the idea of that. I want to see what I want to do with this later. But this is kind of just a rough line of that black line up here. It's probably where the top of the roof is going to be at the end. I think that drip rail is going to be down where that bead is. And then this, I want to keep the windshield the same, but I do want to kind of like probably just move that whole roof, cut this whole edge, move that whole roof, and kind of set it and re-weld it, so it won't be as thick looking, which is something that I don't really like on these. I want it to be a little thinner, and obviously it's going to really drop off in the back. That's another thing. These sit real flat in the back, and I've always kind of thought they should be more rounded. So. And then I cut these running boards down that I didn't really like anyway to shorten it up, just to kind of see my height on everything. This is how these projects go. Also, I need to get rid of this S10 rear end. As much as I was thinking about it when I was going to run a 6-cylinder, and it could handle like a stock-ish 5.3, I feel, but I want to have around 400 horsepower, and I want a manual. So I want a stronger rear end. I think I'll probably end up doing a Ford 8.8, something like that. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys like it. I know it's dark over there right now with that fender in the way, but Suburban Blazer project is underway.